let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Oh, I think even people that liked season 1 of Picard weren't hugely into the copy and paste fleet at the end of season 1. I hated it. I thought it is so lazy and cheap for a show that looks so good for the most part. Then just go to a copy and paste. And here we have all sorts of ships. I mean, we've got the Stargazer there, we've got the Excelsior there, which is a wonderful callback to the original design. We've got a couple of Akiras, and here I'm going to try and zoom in. Here, it's not great zoom in, but here, I mean, you've seen it. You've seen it on TrekCore. You've seen it on the internet. It's a bloody Sovereign. It's a bloody Sovereign. I think there's another one somewhere as well. There's a Sovereign there as well. And I also think there's an updated Miranda. So there's a Miranda. I believe that it's called a Reliant class now as well. But to see the Sovereign. Oh boy. To see the Sovereign. I mean, even if it's only for a split second. Beautiful. And so interesting tidbits of knowledge here, just in case you didn't know, is this is the first time in live action Star Trek, other than the movies, that not only has a Sovereign class ship been seen, it's also the first time a Sovereign other than an Enterprise has been seen. And also, we don't know if actually one of these is the Enterprise. It's not confirmed. I imagine that they're probably holding the Enterprise back for either later in the season or season 3. So I'm going to assume that it's not an Enterprise, and the Enterprise would be the flagship anyway. So it wouldn't make sense that the Stargazer is at the front, even though the Stargazer is a hero ship. But yeah, to see the Sovereign back in action, it's one of my favorite ships. It's an absolute beauty. And I love it. And in this whole kind of, we're not copy and pasting. I mean, there are some clear, like that and that and that and that and the Sovereigns. I mean, there are variations, but there are different ships. It's more akin to what we know in the universe. Yes, please. Thank you so much. And I think that we probably have, Michael and Denise Okunda and Doug Drexler and all those people, the veterans that the production brought back, to kind of get this feel back. And it's so wonderful to see. Like I said, with the bridge introduction, this is the continuation that many people have been waiting for. And to me, you can almost kind of forget the events of season 1 of Picard, and this is a reintroduction to Picard, a relaunch of Picard. I'm all on. I just hope that it's able to maintain this kind of level of quality. Is it flawless? Absolutely not. No, but it's a massive course correction, and I personally couldn't be happier here. And look at that! Look at that! Look at the Sovereign. I also want to point out here, again, I am not in the know when it comes to Star Trek Online. I believe that is a ship that was Star Trek Online exclusive. We also see the La Serenia there. I think that's the ship that we saw at the end of season 1, and thankfully there's only one. No, great. But yeah, I think that's the only one. I think that might be a Star Trek Online as well. Again, I don't know. I'm not. I haven't played that game enough, but I think that's definitely a Star Trek Online ship. If that is, again, if you're watching this, let me know in the chat which it is, which it isn't. But what a wonderful nod to Star Trek Online fans who have been playing that game religiously for years at this point. I don't think that this automatically means that the events, what we see in Star Trek Online, is going to be canon. I actually think it's probably too late with what we got in Picard Season 1 for that to be the case. But it's nice to see elements of other franchise components be integrated into the on-screen canon, because it kind of legitimizes some things, doesn't it? And I think that's great. Anyway, this is what a wonderful shot that is. And I've also seen kind of pointed out on the internet here that this ship, it kind of looks like a flower kind of in bloom, or potentially a uterus giving birth. It's very. I mean, if you watched the opening credits, you get this kind of glowing light, which I don't think we see here. But it's very feminine. It's very feminine. It's clearly the Queen's ship, and it's a nice touch. I also saw this as being. It looked very similar to the scimitar in Nemesis, in the way these kind of wings unfolded and the way the ship kind of reconfigured to take a much deadlier stance in combat. That's kind of what I took from it. But wonderful, wonderful visuals.